What's up guys, it's Justin here and welcome to the last video of 2016. So I wanted to just give you a recap of the year in general and also my plans for the channel in 2017 by answering some of the questions that you guys sent over on Twitter. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the first one. Zach Brown asks, do you think you were successful in what you accomplished this year? To be totally honest with you, I really wasn't happy with what I did in 2016. And as an entrepreneur, you're always trying to find new limits and you're often not satisfied with what has been done. But when I look back at 2016 from the perspective of how it would benefit my future, I wasn't really happy at all. From the channel standpoint, I really did not grow as much as I should have, and I look around and see other channels had done so well, and it really just made me step back and take a look at what exactly I did wrong and take that as motivation as to how I can change and make better content in order to reach a new goal. Even though I made about 80 videos this year, and that is a pretty respectable number for a YouTube channel, the root of my problem that I had determined was the fact that my content was just not that exciting. It wasn't stuff that I personally found exciting to make and watch, and clearly you guys didn't find it that exciting either, as my views hadn't done that well throughout the year. Throughout the year, people have told me what I've been doing wrong, but I simply did not listen, and when it reached the fourth quarter of this year, it really hit me all at once as to whether or not I was still proud of my channel, whether I was still motivated to get up every day and make videos, and whether or not the content I was making today is going to take me to where I want to be in the next 5 to 10 years. After seeing what other people had been able to do with their channels and how much it had changed their lives by taking it to the next level and focusing on the long term as opposed to the short term, I felt like I still had so much potential with this channel and I wanted to change up the content altogether, and that was not easy whatsoever. I'm someone who likes to do things one way and one way only, so over the past few months, as you might have noticed, I've been trying to sit in front of the camera more, which is something I'm really not comfortable with, and also try to do videos that were exciting and diverse in terms of the style every time in order to keep it exciting to film and for you guys to watch. This question has gone on pretty long, but as a whole, I really wasn't happy with where I was in 2016, and I felt like it was an unproductive year altogether. What I want to do in 2017 though is continue to interact more with you guys and sit in front of the camera more, and as you can probably tell, I'm really uncomfortable in front of the camera and I feel as if I'm not able to articulate my thoughts fully through a lens. This is why I'm working on a website, and I'm someone who does like to talk a lot and rant a lot in person. So this website is going to be focused a lot about my personal experience through entrepreneurship, starting my YouTube channel, and just my views towards life. It's going to be a personal site, and I'm looking to build a personal brand as a whole as opposed to JTechApple, as I want to really become more than just a technology channel one day. In addition to this, a personal project that I want to undertake is to release some clothing as well, and this isn't just something I want to make on Teespring and start selling it right away. I actually want to be part of the manufacturing process, the design process, possibly have some pop-up shops in some major cities, and kind of just suiting an interest and doing something that I think is fun in my opinion, as I feel like I hadn't really stepped out of the box of just making videos in the past few years, and that there's just so much out there to still be discovered. There's a number of things I want to accomplish in 2017 and hope to look back at the end of the year much more satisfied than this year, and this is to make 3 to 4 videos per week, which equate to at least 150 videos a year. Obviously I'm very busy, I still have school full-time, business school, which a lot of you guys ask about, and moving into the 3rd year, which is fall of next year, I've heard that it is a very committed process, but my mission is to keep this channel alive, and that is my priority. I'm going to stay committed to trying to make this happen because my mom is not going to let me drop out of school anytime soon to make YouTube videos full-time, which is something that I actually did consider. There's obviously so much more I want to talk about, but I think I'm going to save that more for the blog post as opposed to wasting your time and continue ranting in this video. The next question comes from Cecil and Wade, and they ask, what are your subscriber goals or view goals for the next year? So I know I'm pretty hard on myself, but after the year I had in 2016, I feel like 2017 is really going to be about making up for what I didn't do in the past year. So my focus is going to be making consistent videos and trying to reach over 1 million views a month. But in terms of subscriber goals, and as an entrepreneur that always wants to set the bar high, it's very easy to get carried away by wanting to hit 500,000 or 1 million subs, and that becomes a focus as opposed to making good content that people want to watch. That is why I'm going to take it step by step, a few months at a time next year, as opposed to trying to take a target, because even though that has worked in the past for me in trying to reach 100,000 subs a few years ago, I feel like when I look around at other people who make YouTube videos and the fact that they've had such a good year, it almost distracts me in a way that I haven't accomplished what they have in the same period of time. But I think my main focus is going to be consistent content that everyone wants to watch, including myself, in the next year. The last question comes from Gio and Daniel, and they ask kind of what gear are you using right now and are you planning to upgrade in the next year? So in 2016, I know a lot of people made fun of me, but I actually switched between many different cameras. I started out the year with a Panasonic GH4, I had a Sony a7R II and a7S II, a Sony FS5, a Sony a6300. I also tried out the 5D Mark IV for a little bit, but at the end of the day, I decided to settle and just stay with my Panasonic G7, as that is a camera that I've been the most comfortable with, and I feel like it really isn't about the camera. The G7 has been able to get the quality that I have been very satisfied with, and lately I've just been upgrading the lenses, and it has made a huge difference. Right now I'm using the Sigma 18-35, and I'm thinking of getting the Sigma 50-100 as well, and also an external display, and I think I should be good to go for the next short period of time. Like I mentioned, even though I was very carried away by equipment and everything in this last year, that is something I don't want to focus too much on in the next year, but instead work towards consistent content and series that haven't been done before and stuff that people want to watch. The last 3 months have really just been about trying to push the limits as to how many videos I can make in a week to my standard, as I'm a very picky person. But since that day I decided to take a new path on my channel a few months ago, I've been pondering a lot about where I want to go with this YouTube channel and where I see myself after university. And as of now, I just want to be a YouTuber. I want to make videos that people watch. I want to be able to share my thoughts with the internet, hopefully a little bit better as I sit in front of the camera more, and also possibly start doing some travel vlogs as well, or videos on the go, as I love to travel, and after graduating, I'll hopefully be able to do that more than I'm able to right now. But other than that, this video has gone quite long, and I know it has nothing to do with tech, but I kind of just wanted to share my thoughts over the past few months, because if you don't follow me on Twitter or just don't know me in general or join my Periscope streams, you might not have any idea as to what I've been trying to figure out over the last few months, and I just wanted to share what I thought of 2016 as a whole for me, and also what my plans are for 2017 and beyond. I've set bars very high for myself, but I think that's the only way to be able to hold myself accountable a year from now as to doing whatever it takes to make this work again. These are things I did not do at the end of 2015 moving into 2016, and I think it made a huge difference as to where I stand today and how I reflect on the past year. But other than that, thank you guys for sticking with me and those who joined in on this video. I hope you guys have a great new year, and I'll see you in 2017.